kwa umoja na uhuru tusimame imara.
I'm John Stephen, the resident district commissioner of Ngora district. Office of the President, in partnership with the Archbishop of Uganda, together with the Bishop of Kumi diocese, have organized a patriotism training of the chaplaincies and the religious leaders of the diocese of Kumi. Kumi district Kumi district diocese comprises of three districts of Bukedea, Kumi, and Ngora. So Ngora has been given to host, and we started this exercise yesterday. The program is moving on well. We have registered a tremendous number of all the chaplaincies and the religious leaders in Kumi diocese. This program has been put to sensitize the chaplaincies and the religious leaders on the government programs. We have the parish development model. We all know that His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has given our country to benefit these programs from the parishes. So among the issues we need to target is transforming the lives of our people through these livelihoods. Because the parish development model, the ambassadors that are going to help us sensitize these people are the parish leaders and the religious leaders. So this program is moving on very well. We have not had any challenge. I have registered a very good, support from the diocese and Office of the President. Patriotism Secretariat is providing the training. I am part of the trainers. I have already given my topic, Introduction to Patriotism, core values, national principles, and the national symbols. So in relation to this, we're also preaching about unity, peaceful coexistence among the church leaders, because we have always seen sometimes people fail to understand, and even the topics that they have been given, we have mindset change, we have issues in relation to socioeconomic transformation, and embracing the government programs that the government has put across. It teaches us to love our country, and it makes people to practice what they preach. Even as a lay reader, you are supposed to know that we are the ones who are supposed to champion the issue of the fight against corruption. And that is the vice, because sometimes people say that corruption is only in the government institutions. No, corruption is everywhere, even in the church. So these chaplaincies and religious leaders, once they are taken through all this, they are now going to transform the communities, because the communities are now going to understand that whatever you do, there is the aspect of the law. Whatever you do, you should always be knowing that you are supposed to exercise honesty, transparency, and accountability.
And change the mindset of the youth, then they are likely to improve on the lives of those people with whom they live. They are likely to change the way of life of the society in order to increase prosperity amongst themselves and also amongst the others, and therefore a nation. Because once you love yourself, you cannot force give out what you love. So you start to love yourself, then you love others, and then the nation is love. So that's the idea of bringing the youth here. And in number, we were expecting 500 participants, and as I talk now, we are 900. Because I think it is demand driven, you understand? It's demand driven. In other words, when people reached here, they started calling the others, because some of them came with a misconception about patriotism. They think that patriotism is about NRMism, or about the president, Museveni as a person. But when they go to the values, then they realized it was important for everybody to come and take part. So that's why we have had this upsurge of the numbers that have come.
Very, very well. Because even yesterday, the very first facilitator who talked about all that, about homosexuality. He was making a demonstration of a man and a man moving together. They can't produce a child. So it was really a good indication to the community that you can't yield anything in homosexuality. Now, encouraging people to love one another, be united, loving the country, loving yourself, I think it helps a lot to put right the society as far as behavior is concerned.
Thank you.
To change. Some of the things, number one, mindset change. You see, when your mind is changed, you will know that corruption starts with a person. Because people don't work, there is a lot of land. For example, these reverends, they have a lot of church land which they give them. If you are an archdeacon, if you are a reverend, you are in the house of the church. But let me tell you, now some reverends, like for example, we have some reverends, he retired. He works for 65 years as a reverend. But when the time for retirement comes, I don't want to leave church. Now I don't support Church of Uganda. My dear, if you don't work and work for your children and work for retirement, then you remain a beggar. These reverends are going to learn to work for themselves, so that when the time for retirement comes, they go home and retire honorably and work for their families. Secondly, they love the country. Some people misuse loving the country. Our president have done a lot of things, have given us peace. Do you know you can move from here to my district in Ruchiga, Kabare, at night, and you come back to Kumi, nobody has touched you. These people are going to learn the peace which the president of Uganda has put in us. And you know what you are supposed to do. You do the right thing at the right time with the right people. You not start sinning. We have reverends who have been forced into being reverends. He has 10 wives, but he wants to call him a reverend. He forges documents, but he wants to be called a bishop. So these people, ethics, integrity, and discipline will be changed among them. And we are going to have good Christians. You know, when you are a leader, you lead when others follow. When you are a misleader, you mislead and others follow. Therefore, after this training, we shall not have misleaders. We shall have good leaders who are patriots. That's why we love patriotism, Office of the President, under Brigadier General Patrick Mwesije. Papa Deo is here. They are doing a great work. And the Assistant Commissioner is here. They are doing a great work to say that mindset has been changed.
Every project, every program that comes to us from government or non-government organizations, let us invest it appropriately for it to grow fast before we begin tapping into spending it before it expands. Lastly, on security, NRM has given people of Uganda freedom to worship. That's why you see me, I am a Muslim. But the function is of a diocese, it doesn't matter, because I know even if I'm a Muslim, I can go in a function, nobody will stop me. You are Christians. You see how Christians have created several groups, isn't it? All of those groups, as long as they are created and registered legally, they are free to worship. One thing I want to appeal to you is that if for me I'm a Muslim, like now for me I'm a Muslim, for us also Muslim broke, there is one group in Kibuli there is another one in Old Kampala, but for me I'm on that main one in Old Kampala where we have Mufti Mubaji. But even if I'm another DC, I can say the Muslim who goes to Kibuli should not worship. He should worship. But what I got against is that if you are in Kibuli, you shouldn't go to Holy Kampala to go and say you want to create havoc there. Or if you are in old Kampala, you should not go to Kibuli to create havoc. Once you do that, the law now comes in between you to get who has broken the law and prison. But if you worship independently on your side and this one is inside, there is nobody confronting the other, there is no problem. So people of Kumi, Bukedea, Ngora, let us promote peace and coexistence. Let us avoid anyone confronting each other by force. If you have a problem with the coast senior, what do you do? Reach to elders in the area. Or if the leaders in the area can't do, go to RDC or go to police or go to court. By letting nobody in our diocese of Kumi here take the law into your hand. There the law will get you, and if it gets you, you shouldn't say, but Washaki were with you in Ngora High School. For me, I was with you here to teach you that you follow the law, and that is all. I want to thank you and wish you all the best. I've said all this for God and my country. Thank you for listening.